Hi everybody, Cynthia here. Welcome back to my Jingle, Jangle in July Christmas series. And today this is the last video in the series because it's the last day of July. And I thought we could make this cute little penguin treat box. I've seen a lot of punch art on Pinterest and YouTube, and I decided to get out my punches and my dies and make this cute little penguin and, you know, see what I could come up with. So let's get started. Okay, for the body, the front and the back, I use these stitched oval dies I have, and I purchased these from Amazon. If they still have them, I will post a link below this video. But I used the largest die and the third largest. So you're going to need 2 oval dies that measure 2 3/4 by 2.5. For his little belly, I used, like I said, the third largest, which is this one here. And this one measures approximately 2 1/8 by 1 3/4. So you're going to need one of these in white, and you're also going to need one in black to create his little arms. For the nose, I used my 1-inch across heart punch. I took 2 of my scallop circle punches. I did 2 of those, and these measure 1 inch, so they're 1-inch circles, or 1-inch scallop circles. And then for the white parts of the eyes, I used this punch here. This circle punch measures 5/8 of an inch. And then for the centers of the eyes, these measure 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so before we create the box, we're going to create our penguin body. So I'm going to get out one of my larger penguin, or one of my larger black ovals. And I'm going to get out my white oval. Now this I did add foam tape to. Just let me get my foam tape here. You don't have to do that. You could just glue it right on, but I wanted them to look a little dimensional. I'm going to pull this off. Thank you guys so much for checking out my series. I really appreciate it. And of course I'll be back probably, I think I started mine last year for the Christmas one, around Christmas. I think I started it November 1st, right after my Halloween series, but I will have to double check that. And I'll definitely put like an alert out when that's going to start. Okay, so I put the white oval kind of close to the bottom here, but I did leave a little bit of an edge. Okay, so let's create, the nose piece is going to go here about, which is kind of off the top here, but we want to make the eyes first. So I'm just going to glue the 2 eyes on the top pieces of the heart. And depending where you place your white circles will let you know how large your nose is. This guy's is a little smaller, so I'm just going to move my circles down a little bit further. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to glue these in. And I think I'm going to glue them a little closer to the left side of the circles. Okay, so it looks like that. I'm going to turn them around, and I'm going to add foam to the top parts of the eyes here, and then I'm going to add glue to the nose, because the eyes are going to hang off the white piece here, and since this is put on foam tape, I want foam tape on the back here so it stays level. So I'll just pull those off. And then I'm going to add glue to the bottom part of my nose. And pop that on about right there. Okay, so now let's make his feet. All I did was count 3 scallop circles. So 1, 2, 3. You're basically going to put your scissor in and cut 3 scallops out. So it'll look like this. So do it to this one and this one as well. And then I put them together. I want to line up those scallops, and then I'm just going to round them off on the bottom. And I put them together so they're, you know, approximately the same size. And there's his little feet. I'm going to glue those on the bottom. It's so cute. Okay. And then I'm going to take the same size circle of the belly. I'm sorry, oval. I keep saying circle. Apologize for that. And all I did was cut it in half. Then you're going to line them up. And you're going to cut them in half again, almost in half again. Then you're going to flip them around, and you want the points and the circles to be towards the inside and the straight pieces to be towards the outside. And what I did was I kind of lined them up on the bottom under those eyes. Kind of lined them up where I wanted them to be. Just like this. Kind of stuck them under the eye here. And I figure out where I wanted to place them. And I think that looks cute. So I'm just going to push down since I like where that is. And I'm going to add some glue to the back and lay it down onto the belly. Same thing over here. Flip it up, add a little glue to the back, and place that down on the belly. And then all I did for his little arms here is I just kind of rolled them up. Just like that. Or his wings, I should say. I'm calling them arms, but just kind of curled them up like that. So that is our penguin. We're going to put together our little treat box. Let me get out my scoreboard, set that aside. Okay, for the actual box, you're going to need a piece that measures. I wrote it down somewhere. 6 inches by 3.5. You're going to line it up at the 6-inch mark. And you're going to score at 2.5, and again at 3.5, 2.5, 3.5, and then you're going to flip it, and you're going to score, line it up at the 3.5 inch, and you're going to score at 1 inch, turn it around to the opposite side, and score at 1 inch again. Okay, let's fold up our score lines. You could fit like a bunch of candies in here, little candies. You could probably fit like those Hershey nugget candies in here. You could fit a bunch of Hershey Kisses. I'm thinking chocolate. I must be hungry for chocolate, guys. I'm sure there's other candies you can fit as well. I'll give you the measurements of the actual box once we have it together. Okay, so it should look something like this. And you're going to cut on this score line to meet up with the next one. Just don't cut over. And you're going to create this little flap here. And then I just take a little piece out, kind of wedge that out. Cut it straight on your score line here to meet up with the next one, creating a flap here. And then the center flap, I just cut a little angled piece out of it. And that just enables our box to go together a little bit easier. I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Cut a little wedge piece out. And a little wedge piece out. Okay, so on our center tabs here, I'm going to fold those in, and I'm going to add some liquid glue. You can use dimensional tape, whatever you'd like. And I'm going to take this flap and meet it up with that. I'll run my bone folder on the inside to make sure it's nice and secure. Same thing on this side, kind of fold in that center tab there. Add some glue. And then take this flap and close it on your center tab. So it should look like that. I'm going to use my bone folder, push it down. Okay, so then I'm going to add glue to these two flaps right here. This one and this one. And then we're going to close up our box. Just make sure they line up real nice before you press it down. Okay, so let's see what this box actually measures. Get out a ruler. So it measures about 1.5 inches across, 2.5 inches high by 1 inch wide. I'm going to add glue to the front of this box. I'm going to sit it up, and I'm going to back up my penguin to the box. And that just helps me to center it with the box. And I'm going to turn it around and push down on the inside so I know it's nice and secure. And then on the bottom here, I'll just wipe off that excess glue. Going to do the same thing to the back. Add glue to the box. Set it down. Take my other scallop oval, back it up to the box. And then I put my fingers on the sides to make sure the sides are both even. And then press it on there. Wipe off the excess. Go inside with my bone folder and press down. And there he is, guys. Only thing I have to add are the white parts of his eyes, and I'm using my white Jelly Roll pen, and I'm just kind of creating two little crescent shapes. Almost like a backwards C. That's it, guys. That's our penguin treat box. I thank you guys so much for watching my series. I will be back in August starting my 13 haunted projects of Halloween, so stay tuned for that. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Take care and happy crafting!